everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams come into today's game wanting to find a way to get a win and put an end to two-game losing streaks. It's the Chargers going up against the Texans. With that, let's get on out to Houston. We're standing by as our commentary team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Tonight, we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the San Diego Chargers and the Houston Texans. That'll be taken in the end zone. They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. That'll bring up second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Kevin Johnson's skills just continue to get better and better. An elite athlete out on the corner. He's up to the challenge of any receiver.
An 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. On fourth down, it's Drew Kaiser on to kick it away for San Diego. Back deep, the Texans' fourth-round pick, rookie Tyler Ervin. And he fields it cleanly. A good return there, 17 yards. Miller, the lone setback. On first down, Osweiler. So he got free at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Osweiler looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Second down now after the pass completion. Now back to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Gurley. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. Gurley again here on first down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. The one running back is Gurley. They'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. And his kick is indeed good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Carry for Lamar Miller. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Second down, here's Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. To throw is Osweiler. It finds his target, Fuller. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Let's go. 3-19. A first down carry now for Miller. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Osweiler on first down. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here.
Here we go. Blue line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
Third and long. It's Osweiler. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They come out here in the eye. Now on second down, this is Gurley. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Chargers are going to have a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Miller, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now San Diego getting set to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to his
rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, here we go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They'll get 16 yards there. Good enough for a San Diego 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They begin with a run by Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Nine yards to go. It's 3rd down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 3rd down, Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Fresh set of downs here. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Houston first.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They come out here in the eye.
No, check. Patriot. Over.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run with Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning with the point of attack.
Now Osweiler. It's complete to Fuller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Now let's go. Back to Philly. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Back to Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Set. Blue line.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the 2nd quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. And now San Diego getting set to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now out comes Houston. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Let's go.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
All right, here we go. Green 3.
On second down, Osweiler. He's got Fuller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And this one complete to Reed. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Miller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll give the Chargers a first down. Shift together here from the D-line. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for San Diego. 42 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Gurley. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into San Diego territory. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll try and pound it in with Prosch, the fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Osweiler. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a third field goal for him now, and he's accounted for all 9 of their points thus far.
And he's definitely keeping them afloat. But we say it so often, field goals are not going to win you games in the National Football League. They've got to find ways to start capitalizing when they get down near the red zone.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Caught on the right side, Reed. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here, a one-point game as we begin the fourth. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, here we go.
Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Miller, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on 1st down. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Good. Now let's go. Blue 90. Now that's in there, Barney.
On 3rd down, Miller. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And his kick here is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front.
Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Set. 3-19. No. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dart, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dumps it off to Gurley. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting bit.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The one running back is Gurley. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for San Diego, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Oh, a tough decision on their hands now. And this, early on, it's one you can't afford to get wrong. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. One Seahawk's been taken already. Could there be a second? Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the field as possible? Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after... Oh, this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before. Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And there's a pick that does fill a hole, but I'm not sure that it's really going to be the one that improves the overall squad a tremendous amount. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each ear. Do you go offense or defense? Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? The Panthers have been represented once already in this draft. Is a second about to come off here?